What's up everyone, my name is Wynand Fourie. I'm a musician from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm back with another React. And today I'm starting my recordings a little bit late. Usually I start releasing by this time, I've recorded everything and I start releasing at this time usually. But I started a bit late today because I had some errands. I had to put up some posters for a gig that we're playing next week. My band Droniac's playing a gig next week, and we printed out some posters and put them up all over town. So hopefully there'll be a turnout. But yeah, so I'm a bit late, but let's see how it goes today. Thank you guys for pulling through. I really appreciate it. The next request is from Alfonso Espina, and it's another BTS video. And it reads, "Hi Wynand, I hope you enjoy this BTS music video for Blood, Sweat and Tears. There's a lot of symbolism and references in this one too." There's the link. Thank you. And then Alfonso also sent a request for checking out BTS's Blood, Sweat and Tears music videos, a video explaining the symbolism behind Blood, Sweat and Tears. So I'll be checking out both of those videos in this video. I really enjoyed the previous one I did of this, and I always like it when I get to learn a lot more about the finer details and the direction that bands take in their music videos. And there's so many little hidden details that's easy to miss, especially on a first listen and a first watch. So I'm very excited for this. This is awesome. Thank you so much, and let's check this out together, guys. Thank you. Boom. Do I have the subtitles on? Yes, I do. Okay, we're in a museum. We're checking out some art. Wow. It's getting lost in the painting, man.
내 피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물.
Wow.
잘 알고 있어 이건 나를 벌받게 할 줄. Peaches and cream, sweeter than sweet. Chocolate cheeks and chocolate wings. But 너의 날개는 악마의 걸. 너의 그 sweet 앞엔 비려. Kiss me. 아파도 돼 어서 날 조여줘. 더 이상 아플 수도 없게. Baby 취해도 돼 이제 널 들이켜. No whiskey.
내 피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을 다 가져가
Wow, they got great moves.
내가 도망칠 수 없게 꽉 쥐고 나 흔들어줘. 내가 정신 못 차리게. Kiss me on the lip, 수만의 빛. 너란 감옥에 중독되게. 이게 아닌 다른 사람 섬기지 못. 알면서도 삼켜버린 독이듯.
피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀
Wow, this video production is insane. It's like a club banger. definitely have budget for their videos.
He too was a tempter. He too was a link to the second. The evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
Wow. Some dramatic organ. Production is insane. Whoa. The Black Swan. Damn. Sure, man. That was a crazy music video. Wow, man, they definitely have some high production value in their videos. That was insane. I'm trying to put together the pictures and the images. I'm getting the feeling this is someone getting lost in the art, or like, I don't know, because like the previous video I reacted to was Black Swan, and there was also one of the characters growing black wings, so I'm wondering if it's also like tied together and tied into one story. Maybe it's the same album, maybe there's an overarching story in the album. I've said this before, but I love bands and groups and artists that do a lot of effort into, like, put a lot of effort into world building and storytelling, and this definitely feels like that. It's also, keep in mind, it's my first time watching this. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm trying to read the lyrics, I'm trying to watch the visuals. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be flying over my head, but it's a good thing that we got this explainer video lined up. So what does it all mean? That's a good question. Let's get into it. Let's watch this one as well and check it out. Let's see if we can uncover the secrets of this music video. I just want to say, like, that's amazing production. I've worked in music videos before. I've worked in the film industry before, and you can just see when something is on the pro level. You know, like they definitely they went all out with this one, and they just, like, I don't know. I haven't seen them dance like this. You know, like I haven't, like the previous one I watched was Black Swan, and they also had some insane choreography. So this is the first two videos that I've seen them actually pull out like full-on dance moves, you know, and they're all like really, really talented at dancing as well as singing, and yeah, I just love the way their vocals also come together. You know, like each member has this unique flavor in their voice that they bring to the table, and there's so many voices. You know, I think there's seven of them, if I'm not mistaken, and each member is bringing this like unique flair and unique flavor, and I like the way they sometimes layer the voices as well. You know, like one one guy will be doing like the rap, and then there's like this melodic harmonizing happening in the background. Really cool. But let's check out this video. Let's see what this music video is all about.
At its surface, Blood, Sweat and Tears is a song about the dangers of temptation and, furthermore, the loss of innocence. The music video provides context through symbolic images, which allows these themes to take on deeper meanings. But what does it all mean, you ask? Let's get cultured AF as we take a closer look.
So it's about temptation. That's the heart of this music video. I was getting that feeling that it's, because there's the whole scene with him, kissing this winged statue, and it's such an interesting image as well, because it's almost like objectifying the other, because it's the statue, it's literally this object, and it's got wings, but it's like the material things tempting us, and getting tempted by material things. I'm not sure if this is accurate. These subtitles are going to be accurate, but I think this is all in English anyway. So let's.
So, it's an understatement to say there's a lot of symbolism packed into these 6 minutes. I know it may just look like every choice was made for the purpose of aesthetics, but I promise you, every single painting, statue, feather, and drop of wax means something. Although there are allusions from multiple sources of literature, each symbol works harmoniously with the next to create a larger system of meaning throughout the video. But let's take this a little at a time. The most useful frame for understanding this video is through the story of Demian by Hermann Hesse. Published in 1919, this Bildungsroman tells the story of Emile Sinclair and his journey to find himself. For further context, the ideologies presented in Demian are heavily influenced by the ideas of the German philosopher Nietzsche. Nietzsche often wrote about the creation of the self, or as he puts it, becoming what one is. He claimed that people must craft their own identity through self-realization, and to do so without relying on anything transcending that life, such as God or a soul. He spoke of the death of God, and a future where we would see the dissolution of traditional religion and metaphysics. Nietzsche was, quote, engaged in a positive program to reaffirm life, and so he called for a radical, naturalistic rethinking of the nature of human existence, knowledge, and morality. All of these ideas are central to Demian, as they're what drives Sinclair's journey towards a new understanding of life. Sinclair does not go on this journey of discovery alone, however, for he has many mentors who guide him. His dear friend, Max Demian, is the first and most important mentor. The others include Demian's mother, Frau Eva, and a wise organ player named Pistorius.
Wow.
Anyways, this motif of mentoring relationships is where I'd like to begin. In the opening of Blood, Sweat and Tears, we see each of the younger members paired with an older member, their mentor. They are still surrounded by symbols of innocence, not yet having embarked on their journey of self-discovery. Jin, the oldest member, stands alone, admiring the painting, The Fall of the Rebel Angels.
Wow.
He is about to begin his journey. As Jin gazes at this depiction of the battle between good and evil, Bach's Mass in B minor plays in the background. Jin stands perfectly between two doors, one black, one white.
Wow.
One good, one evil.
Wow.
In Demian, Sinclair is constantly...
This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, there's so many little details that just that fly over your head if you're watching this for the first time, and like if you take... It's so great, man. I love when you can take an artist's music video, go frame by frame, and just find details in every single frame. Like it shows the effort and the passion that they put into these art projects. Like this is an entire like world being built here in front of our eyes.
Being tempted by things that belong to the realm of darkness. He feels trapped in his traditional religious teachings and develops a fierce desire to break free and expand his worldview.
Wow.
In the novel, this is symbolized by the sparrow hawk. Sinclair finds some
Okay.
freedom when Demian introduces him to the idea that the world cannot be categorized into binary categories of good and evil, but rather there is good in all evil in all good.
Wow.
This concept is represented by the god called Abraxas. The deity is neither good nor evil, but rather an affirmation of the existence of both. Furthermore, Abraxas is often depicted breaking out of an egg.
The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to God. That God's name is Abraxas.
This quote echoes the Nietzschean idea that we must think radically in order to be born as our true selves. Sinclair can never find himself if he only acknowledges the realm of light. He must seek knowledge and learn of both realms, therefore destroying the world he once knew. The
Wow.
world that contained his innocence, but also prevented him from growing to his full potential. Part of finding oneself is embarking on a quest for knowledge, and part of this comes from embracing both realms, and in turn, embracing temptation. Once we take a bite of the apple, we cannot regain our innocence. We now have not only knowledge, but also sin, and there's no going back.
Wow, man.
The interlude of the music video has a couple of direct connections to Damien that I'd like to discuss. Of course, we have a direct quote that's read by RM, referencing Max Demian as a tempter.
He too was a tempter. He too was a link to the second. The evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
Another connection is the reference to Sinclair's mentor, Pistorius, the philosopher and organ player. Pistorius promises to play Sinclair Passacaglia in D minor. This is precisely what Jungi plays in this scene. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the kiss? What reason could Jin possibly have to kiss a statue? What does it all mean? Let me fill you in. Here we have another allusion to the end of the novel. I'll set the scene. Sinclair is wounded in battle, and Demian appears to him. Demian tells Sinclair that if he ever needs help, he need only look inside himself, and he will find that Demian is within him. Demian then kisses him on the lips and disappears. To me, this is the moment the entire music video hinges on. There are multiple layers of meaning to the kiss. Firstly, Jin is put in the role of Demian, giving a kiss to Sinclair. But at this point in the novel, Demian is revealed to be merely a piece of Sinclair himself. And so this is the
Wow.
moment Jin realizes he can now be his own mentor, and he has broken out of the egg. He has achieved creation of the
That's
self.
crazy.
The other layer of meaning we must acknowledge here is that Jin is finally embracing the two realms. He is kissing Abraxas, the very embodiment of both good and evil, and so he is shedding his former innocent skin. Throughout the music video, V was shrouded from view under a veil. He was a fallen angel, representing evil and temptation. The moment Jin was able to face him, he destroyed the false world of light he once inhabited, and welcomed chaos unleashed.
What I love about this is it's comes down to like finding yourself and finding your true identity and who you are in this world and what you strive to be, and that's such a beautiful message and image. Sorry if there's music in the background. My housemate is currently studying sound engineering, and there's a lot of music and mixing and stuff happening right next door. Anyway,
This is what Lacan would call the real. Jin is unsutured from the symbolic order when he faces the rupture between the symbolic and reality. The symbolic order is the world established by traditional religion. It is the world of light where only good things can be worshipped.
Wow.
Facing the real, or the existence of a dark realm, as well as the chaos and darkness within ourselves, allows for freedom and the creation of self I keep mentioning. According to Nietzsche, this rupture is crucial.
Forbidden fruit.
In fact, it's Nietzsche's quote we see here, engraved above the mirror.
Wow.
You still have to have chaos inside you in order to be able to give birth to a dancing star. The old version of Jin, existing only in the realm of light, begins to crumble. There's no chaos in him, and so he cannot give birth to the dancing star. What this means,
That's insane.
essentially, is we must all suffer this fall from grace and face reality so that we can create our genuine selves. It is only once we're armed with this true sense of self, finally knowing who we are, that we can spread our wings and fly.
Wow, man. Icarus.
Like Sinclair, Icarus
flew too close to the sun and his wings melted. I love that, man. It's that's so cool. And I like just like watching this now and hearing her speak about like the mentors and him becoming his own mentor. Isn't that like just like what life is, you know? It's like you go through life. Like think about being young, you know, like when you're a kid, you know, you're looking up to your parents, or you're looking up to a mentor, you know, and someone who kind of shows you, someone who you idolize, you know, and who you choose to build your like kind of foundational beliefs on, you know, like this is what's good, this is what's evil, and the older we get, the more kind of the more mentors we gain, and the more sources of information we use to build that part of ourselves, and then we kind of reach an age where we become the mentor, you know, and we've gained enough knowledge to know who we are and to be confident in ourselves, and then maybe you have people looking up to you, you know, and that's such a powerful movement in life, you know, mentorship, senseis, and the student who becomes the teacher, like that whole philosophy and that whole movement is such a beautiful thing. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to comment on that.
too wants to be free and soar to great heights, but he aims too high.
Sorry, let's just start this again. He aims too high. He goes too close to
Like
the sun.
Sinclair, Icarus too wants to be free and soar to great heights, but he aims too high, quite literally, and pays the ultimate price for his recklessness. He ignores his father's warnings about flying too close to the sun until it melts the wax that binds his wings, and he plummets to his death.
Okay, that's
You
what
all know the
wax,
story.
That's where the wax comes from.
Behind the neon lights, we can see The Lament for Icarus by H.J. Draper. The Icarus imagery continues as we see Jungkook levitating,
Wow.
neither falling nor flying, surrounded by little bits of feathers. In Demian, Sinclair tells Pistorius that he's afraid of dreams in which he is able to fly, to which Pistorius replies, "It is the feeling of being linked with the roots of power, but one soon becomes afraid of this feeling. This is why most people shed their wings and prefer to walk and obey the law. But not you. You go on flying. You discover that you gradually begin to master your flight. Lacking that, you would be drawn up to the heights, powerless, which is what happens to madmen." This,
Wow,
of course,
that's beautiful.
is a direct allusion to Icarus. But Sinclair has better control of his wings, as does Jin. At least we hope he does. BTS's music and videos often tell coming-of-age stories, and the Blood, Sweat, and Tears music video is no exception. This is an important fact to remember as we watch their youthful characters struggle and grow. Although the allusions and symbols in their videos may seem daunting at first, it's important to remember that at their core, these are just stories about growing up. These are struggles we can all relate to on some level or another, and that's what makes them so great. And you know,
I love
the
a good
massively
cover.
impressive visuals and choreographies. Well, they're pretty dope too.
That was awesome. Don't worry, I'm not afraid to. Thank you for sharing this. That was such a cool. I'm not sure if you made this video, but I want to subscribe to this. I'll check out their channel a bit later. Go and check it out, guys. That was really, really awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching that with me. That opened up a lot of doors and gave so much more perspective into the music video. Like, wow, what an amazing feat to pull something like this off. I love that they, you know, because I feel like a lot of artists, especially artists on their level, kind of just do things to look flashy and to look nice and pretty, and you know, there's not real, like, maybe they get a big budget for a music video and the music video is mostly just like half naked girls dancing and cars and fucking mansions and whatever, where BTS, it looks like they get a lot of money, like big budgets for their music videos, and they put it to good use. They're making art, you know, they're making like cool symbolic things that make you think, that expand your mind instead of dulling it down, you know, and that's really, really admirable and very cool to see. And maybe that's why people are so drawn to them, you know, because they have this intellectual side to their music and to their art that maybe from the surface level, like if you just hear their music, especially if you don't understand the language, you might think it's just like some generic pop or whatever, like your reasoning is for not liking it, you know. But when you start to go deeper, you see like all the layers that they're putting into the music and into their music videos, you know, and that's super cool, man. Love it. Wow, that was epic. Thank you, Alfonso, for making this request and for also requesting the kind of explainer video. It really, really opens up my eyes, and I hope it helped some other people on the channel also understand the music video a little bit deeper. Very, very powerful stuff. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and please, if you like what I do, consider subscribing to my channel. I'll leave a link to BTS and Hype Labels channels on my in the description below. And if you want to make any requests, feel free to go to my Buy Me a Coffee account, where I accept reaction requests for a donation. It really helps me to churn out more content. I don't actually get to monetize any of these BTS reactions because of Hype Label's policy. They let reactors react to the things, but they don't allow them to monetize. Where some artists allow you to monetize, they don't, which is fine. Like, I get it, but yeah, just saying, like, the Buy Me a Coffee is like the best way to help me produce these videos and help me make more content. So thank you so much to everyone who has been supporting me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.